Good day all, welcome back. As you can see, it's another bright sunshiny day. I mean, it's not, it is December, so I can't really moan too much about it. Today's pub crawl idea is Stony Stratford, the jewel of Milton Keynes, apparently. It looks very nice. It's a little old sort of coaching town. Don't know much about it, but we're looking forward to getting through it. And then we're off to Wolverton, to the Crawford Arms, to watch a band tonight. Trouble's here. Happy to be here.
Cold.
Yeah, you're always cold. So, Stony Stratford, get through as much of Stony Stratford as we can. Should be it's only 10 or 11 months to get down. So we're going to start with this one, which is called the Fox and Hounds. So I think most of the stuff in Stony is straight down this road, so it should be a pretty easy little run for us to do. Nothing else up that way apart from Old Stratford, which we're not doing today. So, start number one, the Fox and Hounds. A good little place to start. It's a couple of ales on. Normally 3. I did have Landlord on, but that's not on. Started with a Mad Goose today, which I quite like. But it's a nice old boozy. It's a music pub, so it's very nice, very nicely decked out and stuff. But you can feel the age of it. Definitely an old coaching in. So a pool room and stuff down to the back. The old stone walls and fireplaces. Look in these. These old coaching inns are lovely. And I can imagine most of Stony Stratford today is going to be quite old and quite beautiful. So not really the weather for it today, but a nice beer garden space out to that side. And in this side is where the stage is, where they have live bands and things like that on as well. So it's a good start to our Stony Stratford day. You can watch the football as well. Really nice start, Fox and Hounds. Definitely a good little live music pub. I can imagine that little back room when it's got a band on is absolutely thriving. So yeah, nice one to start. So it's a nice easy walk down the High Street. And the second one we come to is called the Cock Hotel, and it's very, very grand looking. I absolutely love that. I think that is a stunning looking old hotel. But yeah, clearly another old coaching inn. I think that's going to be the definite theme of today. So stop 2, Cock Hotel. A little bit of info for you from the plaque on the wall. The Cock Hotel, former coaching inn, dates back to 1480. And famous visitors here have included Samuel Johnson, author of the first dictionary, Charles Dickens, and the Duke of Wellington. And now, us. It's now it's owned by Green King. So yeah, the ale choices are really not all that. Abbott, Rockin' Rudolph, and Green King IPA. But the Galaxia Estrella, which I do like. It is quite a nice looking old hotel building, as you would expect. It looks very grand from the outside, doesn't it? So the place is quite nice looking. These old stone floors are absolutely fantastic. And yeah, Green King do own some really, really nice hotel buildings all over the country, to be fair. And this is definitely one of them. I would quite happily come and stay in a place like this. I'm starting to understand why they call this the jewel of Milton Keynes, because it is actually, it's much nicer than Milton Keynes city centre, quite obviously, but it's a nice little place. Another hotel, so another old coaching hotel. You can tell from the outside a bit dead easily as soon as you get there. It's called the Bull, so that will be our next stop. Beautiful looking place, again very, very similar to the Cock, opposite a gorgeous looking church as well, before we get down to what I assume is like Stony Stratford High Street, that bit. And there's something there called the Vaults Bar. I wonder if that's part of the hotel or something different. Don't worry, I will do some investigating and find out. We'll do the Bull now and we'll find out about the Vaults. Yeah, you can feel the history in these places. So yeah, the Vaults Bar is what we're saying, because that's the main bar to the Bull, obviously. Really good ale selections on this. So I found my first new beer of the day called Step Into Christmas, and it is a festive stout. It's nice too. From St Austell Brewery. We've got Landlord, 6X, some good stuff on the taps and things as well. And a pretty cool, funky looking little place there. Gotta love places like this. I feel like I'm forever telling you cock and bull stories. And now we know why. Now we know where it comes from. Nothing but education here on this channel. You know that. Always teaching, always learning. Honestly, I'm always learning. Next one along then is called the White Horse. And guess what? Yeah, it's an old coaching inn. As you can tell by the place where the old stage coaches would have gone through with the horses. So the White Horse is our 4th stop of the day. Holly's having a whale of a time. Look how happy she is. Aren't you?
It's raining and it's freezing.
Right, so you're not happy then?
Not right now.
Glad to be here. Glad to be here. Always glad to be here. White Horse then, up next. So yeah, the running theme, coaching inns. This one dates back to 1540. This is gorgeous inside. So it was family run. and was in the same family for 50 years. But recently, a few weeks ago, it has been taken over by new people. So a bit of a spruce up. Looks very good in here. They haven't compromised the aesthetics of it though. It still looks and feels old and classy and everything like that. So that's nice. When you're doing a refurb on an old building, sometimes it can ruin it. But no, this in here still looks great. And 3 decent ale choices on. I would drink all 3 of those. They are very good. We'll ignore Carling and pretend it doesn't exist, like I wish the world would do. Some wonderful stained glass and everything like this. Fireplace and stuff is pretty spectacular. It is a lovely looking gaff, this, with plenty of TVs and stuff all over it now. Top stop. Whew. Right, let's walk down the little back streets. This is the one off the high street style bit. Established 1664. This one actually doesn't look like an old coaching inn, just an old pub. So yeah, 1664, and this one's called the Crown. I'm pretty sure 1664 was the year that Cronenberg was first brewed as well. Right? 1664, I think it was. So the Crown is our 5th stop of the day. Yeah, this one's nice looking. It's got Trooper on. Don't see Trooper that often. Obviously a Robinson's beer. This is a Star Pubs Heineken, judging by what is on it. But again, it's a very nice looking old pub. Have a wander through and show you. So a very well presented place. And I believe it's the sister pubs, the one we were just in a minute ago, the White Horse. So yeah, a very nice looking establishment through and through. You want to sit over there? Yeah, comfy seats. Go and sit over there. Oh, it's so cold today. Right, we've come back down onto the high street through this alleyway, part of the old coaching inn, obviously. And our next stop is the Old George, and it does say here, the Old George, a former posting house. This building retains much of its 17th century character, dating from 1609. The ground floor remains the original Watling Street Road level. So yeah, Watling Street goes up and down the country. It's the A5 in several parts of the UK. So the Old George, which looks like it's set on multiple levels, is our next stop. Dating back to 1609. You can feel it, there's low ceilings, so you have to come down some little steps to get in. Thanks bud, yeah. Good, so I've gone for a Razorback in here from Ringwood, but a few of Ringwood's ones I quite like. But it is a really nice looking boozer this, again. All the beams are pretty special. Cool looking place. A deceptively long pub. We've come all the way to the back room. But it is, yeah, deceptively long. Nice, nice old pub this. The most shouted out one for Stony Stratford, and obviously the one I've been very, very excited to get to. It's called Have I Got Brews for You? You get it? Do you get it? It's a pun on it. Have I got news for you? Have I got brews? Yeah, anyway. Obviously it's a craft beer place. And it's a modern craft beer place that's gonna be cool. So yeah, I'm happy with this. So next up then is Have I Got Brews for You, which is sat here on a busy roundabout, and then not far to go to the next one. The Old School Tap House is just over the old schoolhouse. The old schoolhouse just over there. So next up then, Have I Got Brews for You, and it's a craft beer house. Expect to. And Holly's already spotted loads of bulk seats on the shelf. Right, see you later. Right, let's talk about craft beer bars and what I love about craft beer bars, which is pretty much everything. I love the selection they've always got on the taps. I love the vibe. I love the ambience. I just love the way that the people who run craft beer bars are passionate about what they do. It annoys and the volume. Like, it's only a small little tap room, though. Small little tap room, but the noise volume, it tells you that the people who are in here, they're enjoying themselves, and it's literally the whole point of the point of a craft beer bar is to show the love of the stuff that you care about when it comes to the beer in it. And it is pretty wicked in it. So let me start with some of the amazing bits that are over on it. I mean, admittedly, most of the Vault City ones are already in my fridge at home, but there are some absolute quality offerings on offer in here. Some amazing breweries: Bang the Elephant, local to me; Neon Raptor, dead local to me; Track, amazing place. Verdant, the Emperor himself, Damien, who runs Emperor's Brewery. Some of the best impy stouts you will ever find are made by Emperor's Brewery. Daya, what a fantastic! Honestly, there are some amazing breweries represented in here, and let's go and have a look at the beer board. So that's what we've got on in here at the moment. Look at these. So Vault City, Nothing Bound, Daya, Buxton, Brew York. The list goes on and on and on. And it is, yeah, stuff for cold stuff in the fridge and stuff as well. It is a wicked little place. I know exactly why this was shouted out to me so many times. Very good reason. Have I Got Brews for you is a 10 out of 10 in my book. They're lovely guys. They really know their stuff. The beer offering is absolutely brilliant. Everything about it is right. It's perfect. So I think that is an absolutely killer one. It's a massively good addition to something like that as well, where everything is just oldie woldy, coaching in type stuff. So the craft beers are in a little town like this, absolutely perfect. Right, the elements are killing us now. Right, come straight out of there, walk across the road, and right opposite is the old schoolhouse, which is, as you see, back to the oldie woldy feel. So it's a Wells & Co, old Charles Wells brewery. Massive in Bedford for many, many years. I've still got tap houses and pubs up and down this country. If you've never been to Brew Point, which was born from that in Bedford, you probably should. So the old schoolhouse up next. Yeah, Wells & Co pub, obviously, Brew Point, Bedford. So all the beers are Brew Point beers. They're good beers, Brew Point though as well. They've got some good stuff on in here too. Supernova and the Lodestar. That is absolutely brilliant, as is the foghorn that they do. I have gone with the Anchorman off the cask in here, but they also do a very decent stout, that Genesis, which is a good equivalent to a Guinness or something like that, if that's what you want. Smartly presented pub. It looks a lot smarter than it did the last time I came in here many years ago. I quite like it. So Duke of Wellington we walked up to and it was shut. So that was it for Stony Stratford. Stony Stratford done, big tick. Nothing else there. 9 for Stony. Stony's a nice little town. Definitely I see why they call it the Jolly Milton Keynes. It is quite a cool, fun little place to enjoy ourselves. So Wolverton, now I've checked in a hotel, got a cab up into Wolverton, and the one that people said to Wolverton not to miss is MK Biergarten. I hope I've said that right. MK Biergarten, another craft beer place, so I'm obviously happy already. Oh, excuse me, it looks like this. And it is up here on some weird modern, in the middle of some housing. Can you imagine if I lived there and there was a craft beer right there? That'd be well weird. So MK Biergarten is top 10 of our day, and the first one for Wolverton. 2 craft beer houses in 3 pubs. So I'm happy. So yeah, I've gone for 2 different dippers. Yeah, I got a third of one at least. I got half of the other, but I got a third of one. But this is, yeah, it's a pretty cool looking little craft beer place. Look, it's what you expect me to like. So good start for Wolverton. I don't know how many more we're gonna get through in Wolverton before it goes to Crawford. So I'm gonna show you around. It's a brilliant can selection of stuff, but I'm not carrying cans around with the rest of the night. So whatever is in there is not coming home with me. Plenty of stuff on the beer board as well. So I've gone for a half of the 8% Tap 6. So Garage are Spanish, and all the breweries they're collabing with on these are American. I've had Mortalis and stuff before. So yeah, I've got a half of number 6 and a third, because it's a 9%, of number 7. So I'm looking forward to them. But there are some good offerings in here. Older Badan ones. I've had them before, but I almost went with them. As you know, it wouldn't be the first time I've dived in with something silly and then tried to stay out for the rest of the night. So you know, nothing is silly. But yeah, great little place this. Very pleased. Everybody shouted this one out to me and said I would like it. You were right. As you always are. Absolutely loved MK Biergarten. Thought that was fantastic. Right, on the way to Crawford, but we're about to walk past the Northwestern, and there is absolutely no point in leaving a good pub behind, is there? So we're going to nip in for a very, very, very swift one in the Northwestern. Yeah, it's nice to dip in here to just get out of the cold winds. That is, there's a storm over here. I don't know what storm it is. It cuts through you. The wind and stuff cuts through you. But yeah, actually, really good little pub. It's Foghorn from Wells & Co. Brew Point, Charles Wells on. So I like that. Decent looking boozer. Yeah. Good looking gas. So Northwestern. The wind gets no better, but we've arrived at the Crawford Arms, which may or may not be our last port of call tonight. We'll see as the night goes on. So, next up, and I literally can hardly hold this. But that is the Crawford Arms in Wolverton. Great little gig venue. So let's sign up and get inside there and out of this wind. Great little gig venue. It's a pretty wicked gig venue anyway. Like the food, we saw a Foo Fighters tribute band, a Green Day tribute band, they're all sound, but this is what a proper like old school rock pub used to look like and should be really. Yeah. So I absolutely love it. Place like this. That is the glory, the absolute glory of what is the Crawford Arms in literally Technicolor Dreamcoat amazingness. So it stays out late with a rock DJ bit on and stuff like this, and it's just pretty cool. Right, that's me. 4 days down the road is enough. I love you, thank you for watching. Yeah, Stony Stratford is actually a really nice little town. Jordan, Milton Keynes, I see. Wolverton's been good fun, what we've seen of it. Thanks for watching, really appreciate it. Hit subscribe if you don't subscribe already. And I'll see you next week for 4 more massive days on the road.